In today's video, we are going to discuss packet sniffer using the SCAPI. In previous videos, we have understood what is packet sniffing and how to do the packet sniffing by using the TCP terminal command. And today's video, we are going to write some Python code to understand how to do the packet sniffing. In order to do the packet sniffing, we are going to import the module called SCAPI, and after that we are going to use the method called sniff from the SCAPI. The sniff method will have the different arguments such as like interface, count, PRN, store, filter and so on. But generally interface stands for the interface that has to be sniffed, and the count that will be giving the maximum number of packets that you can sniff, and PRN will be your callback function. Whenever you receive a packet, for that particular packet the function will be called. Either you can write a function and you can give the function reference or the method reference, or you can just write the lambda function here. And after that, store is equal to false in general to have a memory less. So memory less in the sense all the packets will not be stored in your system, so that you will be having the more memory performance. And after that we have the filter. So whatever the filter we want to apply on the packets, that we can mention here. For example, in our case we have mentioned the port and 80. So that means that only the packets that comes into the port 80 or sends to the port 80 will be sniffed. For this point we will execute this and we will see the output how it looks like. You are not seeing any messages because you are just sniffing at the port number 80, and we have not sent any packets at the port number 80. For testing purpose we will have on dummy site and we will send some just dummy data. Here you can see the messages. So it will be the count of 10 because we have mentioned the maximum count as 10, and you can see only the summary here. Next thing we are going to do is, like, rather than writing the lambda function here, because the lambda function will take the argument list and it will do the function part, and it should be in the one line. If you have multiple operations or let the more number of line of code, then you will be going with the function. So for that purpose you will see the another way. So you will go to the line number 13. It will be similar to our line number 4, but however it will have the callback function as a packet processor. The packet processor will be defined here. So the packet processor will be having the argument called packet, and with that packet object you can do whatever you want. For example, I am going to print the packet, and I am going to print the TCP part of the packet, and I am going to just dump the hexadecimal format of the packet, and after that I am going to write that packet into the pcap file. In last video we have discussed what is pcap file, but however in short we can discuss now. The pcap file is nothing but saving of your packets into the format. Actually it is one of the file format that you can save your packets. Generally the pcap files will be used by the Wireshark and as usual the TCP command. So in order to write the pcap file, we are going to use the another method called wrpcap from the SCAPI module. And after that we are going to give the file name and we will be giving the packet which has to be written. So after receiving each packet, this method will be called, and this method will be doing the print statement. It will be doing the hex dump, and it will be writing to the particular file, which is nothing but local underscore pcap file dot pcap. So let's execute at this point and we will understand how it goes. Now you can see here the output has come. So if you closely watch, you can see, so it will be the, let's say, the hexadump format, and after that whatever the data you are just looking for, that will be written into the pcap file. So here you can see the data and the hexadecimal format, and even you can see the password as well here. Here you can see whatever the password you have just typed, it will be shown here. As we discussed in the previous video, we should not be using the HTTP sites because the password will be clearly seen to the hacker or the other people, so that it can be easily taken from your data, right? So that's the reason we should not be using the HTTP protocol sites. So other details are shown here, but however we are not interested to see data here. We have to see data inside the pcap file. Now just type the ls command and you can see the data has been created inside your pcap file, or let's say the packets has been written inside your pcap file. Now we are going to write the, or let's say we are going to read the pcap file, since we have written already the pcap file. In order to read the pcap file, the same as usual, it will be rd cap. So that means that you actually it will be rd pcap file. So for that reading the pcap file, we need to mention the file name and we need to give the entire path. Since it's in the same path, I am just giving the file name here. Either you can use the scapy.rd pcap file or you can use the scapy.snif, but you need to pass the file name under the offline. So that means that you are going to read the packet not from the, let's say, the port, or let's say the interface. You are going to read the packets from the pcap file. So that's the reason we will be mentioning the offline and we will be mentioning the pcap file. So both the commands will be working in the same way, but we are going to use now rd pcap file. And after that, once you just read that pcap file, it will be giving the list of packets, because as you know that we are writing the pcap file for the multiple packets. It will be keep on monitoring your or sniffing your, let's say, the interface. Whichever the packets comes to your interface, it will be, or whichever the matches your filter condition, it will be writing to your pcap file. So obviously the pcap file will be having the multiple packets. So since it has the multiple packets, we will be using the rd pcap file. It will be returning the multiple packets, the multiple packets inside the list of format. So for that reason, you will be having the read packets, or actually will be the read packets. So whatever the packets has been read, so that will be in this list. We are going to iterate this packet, so that's the reason we are going to use the for loop for packet in read packets. So that means that we will be taking each packet one time and we will be just printing to that console, and we will be seeing the just delimiter, or let's say the divider. So just execute at this point and we will see how it goes. So okay, so it started and it has just given the data here. Okay, fine. So that means that we are not reading from our, let's say, the interface, or let's say the HTTP protocol, right? It is directly from the file. So that's the reason we have seen the data and we have seen the divider and it's completed already. If you have multiple packets, you can see the multiple packets details here. So it has so many other methods as well, but in generally we have seen so how to just get the data and how to sniff and what are the main arguments that you will be passing, such as like the interface and the filter and let's say the callback function and the count of packets. And we have seen we can write the callback function directly there by using the lambda function if it is a simple statement, or if it is a multiple line, or if it is having more logic, you need to write the separate function and you need to give the reference to that. And after that, we have seen how to write the pcap file and read the pcap file. And while reading the pcap file, we have seen, or while writing the pcap file, we can see the packet details by using the summary or display or show. Even you can use the hexdem for that. For example, if you see the summary or let's say the display, you will be having more details. For simplicity, we will see here again one more time. So summary, and we will be executing the same terminal command here. Here you can see the summary. If you want to show, let's say show, it will have the entire details about that packet. So let me try show as well, and go to the terminal again and just execute. Here you can see the entire details about the packet. So it has the different parts such as like the Ethernet port and IP port and the TCP port. You can see the destination port and the MAC addresses and the IP addresses and so on. So this way we have seen the basic functionality about the scapy module, which has to sniff the packets, and it has some other methods like writing the pcap file and reading the pcap file, and we will apply the different filters, and we can just have a callback function to work with the individual packets that we receive on the interface. There are a lot of other methods also available that we will see in the coming sessions, or let's say on need basis. So this is all about the packet sniffing by using the scapy module. So thanks for watching and have a great day.